Okay guys, welcome to SimpleRockets 2 mobile, and I thought I'd give you a quick demonstration today on some basics of Vizzy and how to get to orbit using the system. So I'm just using the stock rocket here, the simple heavy rocket. So first things first, let's get started. What you want to do is obviously go into the menu option and go into edit program. You'll be presented with a blank slate here where it just says on start. This means once you press launch, the program will start from there. So first thing you want to do, you want to create two variables. Here I've got countdown and I've got pitch. Countdown is totally optional. It's just if you want a countdown. So how you do that is you just go into variables here at the bottom. Create variables, type it in, and there you go. You've got to create two pitch and countdown. So first thing you want to do, you want to drag set variable to 0. You want to bring two of these set variables. We want to set the countdown one and we want to set the pitch one. The countdown one is simply just for, you guessed it, the countdown. So you just want to put in 10, and the pitch is going to be our current heading. So we are currently pointing towards 90 degrees, so we want that to start at 90. And that means these two things are variables, which means they hold information. So because we're setting pitch to 90, it's going, every time I drag that into something, it's going to be 90 until we change it. So first thing I like to do, I like to have a little countdown. So I'm dragging a repeat on here, which is just going to repeat this step inside this box 10 times. So what we want to do, when I can find it here, we want to go on to display text. So in this text, you put in this text box what you wanted to see on the screen. We wanted to just see countdown, and that's going to read out the number that's in the countdown variable onto the screen. And then what we want to do, we want to change that variable countdown by -1, so it's actually going to count down. But if we do that as it is now, then it's just going to repeat instantly. It isn't going to do anything slowly. It's going to repeat for every frame of the game. So what we want it to wait a second and then redo the countdown. So if we just, that's all we have at the moment. We've just got a simple countdown. So if we just save that to the craft and then launch it, you'll see here what this is actually doing. So you can see on the screen there, it's counting down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, nothing. Obviously because there's no other steps, that's as far as it goes. So let's add the pitch information in now. So we'll go back to menu, edit program. Now what we wanted to do, first of all, because we're not locked to any heading, we want to make sure we lock the heading to current. We set the throttle to 1. The reason it's 1, that's actually 100%. It's divided by 100. And then we're going to activate the stage, which is going to fire our engines. Now we can just do that, and if we run that, it's just going to fly up in a straight line until it runs out of fuel and doesn't know what to do. But so next, what we're going to do, this is just a simple program. There is ways where you can do it where you're calculating the maths of getting the pitch perfect to aerodynamics and everything, but this is just going to be a basic way of doing it. So what I want to do is I want to drag, not yet, I want to actually wait until, and then we're going to get an operator here. We're going to put a more than variable in question in here. So if this number is more than this number, so what we're going to do is put in wait until our velocity, which is our surface velocity, is more than 100 meters per second. Then it's going to continue on with the rest of the program. So it won't do anything until this has reached more than 100 meters per second. So then what we're going to do is going to set up a repeat program here. We're going to repeat this. Yeah, 10 times might work. We'll see. So what we want to do now is set our variable, change variable, pitch by -5 degrees. So we're going to reduce our pitch by 5 degrees every 3 seconds. So every 3 seconds our pitch will decrease by 5. So there we go for now. Let's save this and let's see how it looks at the moment. So here we've got our countdown going down. And hopefully when it gets to 1 we should launch. There we go. Our engines are at full throttle. I'm not controlling anything. And we'll bring up this so you can see it moving. So we're getting up to 80 meters per second. Once we hit 100 meters per second, our pitch is going to start dropping by 5. Or not. What happened there? Waiting until surface velocity is more than 100. We haven't locked the head into the pitch variable. That is the problem. Whoops. Right. So I want to set pitch to set craft pitch to pitch. There we go. That's what we wanted. So if we play that now, it will actually start turning. My mistake. And it appears that time warp doesn't actually affect the program. It just still runs the same as it would normally, so I wouldn't worry about that. So this time, once we do get past 100 meters per second, it should start working. And there's 100. And it's not pitching over. Right, okay. So we actually had to put it into the pitch repeat there, the repeat statement, because it's changing the craft's pitch each time. My apologies. So there we go. Here we go again. So once it gets past 100 meters per second, you should see it start turning. And there we go, it's pitching over 5 degrees every 3 seconds. That's probably too quick. We'll probably slow that down, because every 3 seconds, as you can see, it's going a bit too quick. let's get our information up here. Let's have a look what's going on. So it's still pitching over quite heavily. I think it is a bit too quick on the pitching. And there it stopped there because it's done the 10 changes. Obviously it's just paused at that point. Which at that point you could probably just wait a few seconds and then get it to lock onto prograde. So if we just get this to lock onto prograde here. That is going to happily get into orbit probably. So let's undo that. What I think we'll do, we'll edit this to be every 5 seconds. Actually, every 6 seconds it's going to change pitch, and then after that it is going to lock heading to prograde. So then once, what we're going to do then, if wait until oops, sorry. We wanted to, if where is it? There we go, equals 0. We want if fuel in this stage is 0, then it is going to activate stage. Let's see if that and try it. Here we go, and it's launching. So it'll start that pitch gain at 100 meters per second. And there it goes for its first pitch. It'll wait 6 seconds and then do another pitch. Then wait 6 seconds, do another pitch. And so on and so forth. Should probably just put a wait command in after it's done all the pitches till the prograde marker catches up with it, and then it'll lock heading prograde. I think that's what we'll add in. So there we go, it's still pitching over. We've got quite good climb now. And it's locked prograde. Now I'm not sure how to pick up these side boosters as the current stage for dropping activating the stage when there's no fuel. I'm not sure about that. We'll get rid of them anyway manually. This stage has got quite a bit of fuel left. Right, so actually what we'll do here, we'll end this. What we're going to do, we're going to actually set this to 15. Then we're going to get rid of this. And we are going to get, where is it? Wait until our aberwaps is more than or equal to, where's aberwaps? Orbit aberwaps is more than or equal to 100, no, let's go with 80,000. Wait until then, and if it is, it'll set throttle to 0. Then it's going to wait until our where is it? Time to aberwaps is less than 5 seconds, and then what it's going to do is set throttle to 100 until the fuel runs out. So wait until where is it? Fuel equals 0. Then what it's going to do is wait 3 seconds. And then it's going to activate the stage because there's the fairing and then also the booster. And then with 3 seconds. There we go, that should start firing again. And then what it wants to do is wait until our oops, it's wrong. Wait until our aberwaps, our periaps, sorry, is more than 80,000. And then it's going to set, then it's going to set our throttle to 0. So hopefully this will all work very nicely. Let's try it. So obviously there goes our countdown. We'll have to decouple the boosters separate because I'm not sure how to figure out the boosters. Not yet, I haven't played around with this enough. As I say, this is just a basic tutorial, kind of failed the first 5 minutes, but never mind. So here we go, let's get our orbit information up so we can see what's going on here. So start our pitch. Now you can add text markers along the way just to let you know what stage of the program's actually going on, just so you kind of made aware that it's still running. Because you do forget sometimes. So we're getting up there now. Blasting away. So this is actually going to repeat 15 times now, the pitch program as well, just to get that bit of a steeper incline. So here we go, the two boosters can go. Then this is going to continue up to 80 kilometers, hopefully. It's up to 65 nearly. And it's still doing the pitch program. It's now just locked on the prograde. And it's heading up to 80 kilometers hour there. There we go, shut the engines off. It's now going to wait until we get to the Apple within 5 seconds, I believe. So I think we should just time warp a little bit. Let's go from there. So as you can see, the time warps there is now 10 seconds. So when that gets down to 5, it should start burning again. There it goes. Periop shouldn't become 80 before it needs to ditch this stage, so wouldn't worry about that. So there we go, separate, and full throttle. Look at that, beautiful. So if we zoom in, might as well zoom in now. So we're waiting for that periaps to get up. We should actually have this pitch. We should have started our burn earlier, to be honest. Apologies for that background noise. Yeah, we should have had our burn start earlier than that 5-second mark, because now we're burning into the atmosphere. So we don't want that. Just manually pitch up a bit. It's all just trial and error. It depends on your craft, it depends on the maths you put into it. We are going really high now. You can see our problem here now is we're at the periaps. So we want to undo that. And we want to start our burn at about 50 seconds. And actually make that we'll make that, keep that at periaps. Let's see if that launch. And we'll actually time warp it, see how that goes. I mean, I had this program working before when I was testing. I didn't just wing this video, you know. Oh. as you can see, the program still runs at 2 times speed, so that is cool. We'll ditch them. There we go. And it should now start at 50 seconds. Did I change it to? There's 80. $50 there. We also wanted to pitch down a little bit, I think. There we go, it's burning again. And it should wait for our periaps to get up to 80 at least. There we go, we're getting into orbit here. And there we go, cut off. We're in orbit, we're in a very centric orbit, but that is fine. So what you can do there, so that's an easy way to get into orbit using the Vizzy. What you can do there once it is in orbit is do a little, if I want to duplicate this, just so I've got this bit. If apoaps is more than 80, we are going to lock heading to retrograde. Then we're going to wait until apoaps, time to apoaps again. We're going to wait until, but we're also going to put in a time warp because we don't want to wait around for ages. Time mode to time warp to wait until apoaps is less than 50. Actually, we'll change that. 10. And we want this to actually be periaps. Wait until periaps is less than 10. Then we're going to set throttle to 1. Actually set time warp to normal again. Set throttle to 1 and then wait until set that throttle, move that up. Wait until apoaps it actually wants to be equal or less than . Then 80,000. And then what it's going to do is break from that command. So hopefully now that should launch, and if the apoaps is too high, it's going to warp around and lower it automatically. So we'll set this time warp away, and this will be the last one for this video. So there we go, it's doing the pitch as we've seen. I'm not controlling anything. I'm not even going to move the camera this time, just so you guys can see what is going on with the program. We'll get the orbital information up. Get rid of them boosters. We'll have to do that manually because I haven't figured out how you do that. That might just be me. So there we go, getting up to 80. Cancel that. At 50 seconds, we're going to start our burn. There we go. Once the fuel runs out, we're going to get rid of the fairing and then also the first stage. There we go, look at that. So hopefully now, when this apoapse gets too high, it's going to circularize itself. Not using maths, just using a basic way. I know it's not very efficient either, but it's just the basic way of doing it. So there we go. It's figured out it is higher than 80, so we've turned retrograde. Time to periapse is 40 minutes, so it's just time warping around here. We'll actually time warp a little bit faster. Maybe not. Engines are active, apparently. Shouldn't take long, should only take 20 odd seconds. So if you haven't already, then please do subscribe and leave a like. It's very helpful. Here we go, we're getting close now to the periapse. If we take a look in the map view, be able to see it a little bit more clear. There's the periapse coming up. In about 10 seconds. Hopefully this works. We might be time warping a bit too fast for it to catch the point where it's meant to start its burn. Yeah, we did. We'll try and time warp. Oh god. Try and time warp again. And we'll just see if it gets close this time. Three minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Right, we're down to 50 seconds. It's 2 times speed. See if it catches when it's at 10 seconds and actually starts the burn or not. Hopefully it should. I think we're just time warping way too fast that it missed the point where it should start the burn. Doesn't seem to want to do it. Oops. I forgot to stop the engine. But there we go anyway. You get the gist of what is going on and how to get to orbit. So there you go. It is as simple kind of as that. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.